What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're checking out Supergirl Gold Label Target exclusive. Let's see what we got going on. Let's check it out.
Now tuning into the encountered culture.
Being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture, it's in your face. It's fun to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you'll never see us again.
As promised, today we are going to be taking a look at Supergirl. Let's see what we got going on. Taking a look at the packaging, of course, we are under the gold label. This is McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, Supergirl. There she is in the package. You can see a stand, both the flight stand and the base stand. The card, of course, 22 moving parts. Supergirl on the side. Nice comic book image on the back here. DC Rebirth, McFarlane Toys. A little bit of info at the bottom. Flip it to this side. Supergirl once more. On the bottom, there's your important information. But let's get her out of the box. Fresh out of the box. Okay, she's okay. A couple of things that I like, a couple of things I don't like. First, let's get into what she comes with. So no accessories or hands per se, but you do, of course, get your flight stand. And you do get your regular stand. So those are good to have, of course. Absolutely love when we get the flight stand, though, because even if I don't use it for the intended recipient, it's nice to have these flight stands. They definitely work well with several figures across many lines. All right, looking at Supergirl herself, though, one thing I was surprised about, I did not realize this was going to be a fabric cape. So as you may have heard in some of my previous videos, I'm like one of those few on the side of not particularly caring for cloth goods on my action figures. It's whatever. I mean, I just kind of like it to be consistent amongst what I'm collecting, so I tend to lean more towards the plastic capes. This, however, it's a fairly thin material, so it's not like overly thick cloth. I think that tends to be something I don't like when it comes to cloth goods on figures. It just looks like it doesn't fit well. This looks like a nice choice for the material. Like I said, a thinner material, thinner cloth, so it doesn't take away from the figure at all. So as much as I'm not a fan of cloth goods, I'm not totally against this particular cape. So definitely curious how it's going to go down the line. I mean, none of the Superman figures I have from McFarlane have cloth goods capes, so I don't know if that's a direction we're heading or what, but that's that. Coming down to the legs, I did from the get-go think that this was a weird choice with the solid red leg. It looks like it's almost supposed to be just like a really high boot. There's a sort of cut like up here under the skirt area. But if you look at the picture and what I remember from comics and depictions, it just being a skirt and not such a high boot. I'm guessing there are definite reasons for that, but I don't know. It'd be nice to have just a version of Supergirl that I was waiting for the collection. Other than that, emblem looks really nice, sort of a more gold paint as opposed to a yellow, but matches this belt very well, looks pretty good. Nothing on the back there. Hair looks really nice, really good wash through there. So definitely a fan of that. And the face sculpt is really nicely done. Great expression, great looking paint. The eyes maybe could be a little less blue. They almost look just like solid blue. So that would be one thing I would like toned down just a little bit to give it a more realistic look, but doesn't take away too heavily from the figure. As far as articulation goes, so you do have sort of your butterfly, almost, not like totally, so I don't even know if I can call that a full butterfly joint, but you do have that up there. That arm comes right out in case you were wondering. Boom, snaps right back in. You do have the cut right there at the upper bicep, so you do get that swivel there, double jointed with the pins there. and that funky ball joint, which looks even worse on Supergirl than it does on any other figure that I can think of off the top of my head. You do get this torso in there, so you have the lower and the upper abdomen swiveled there. If you work it, warm it up, you'll be able to get nice range of motion there. As far as the head is concerned, you heard a nice little crack there. She can look down about that far. She'll look up like that. I'm a little concerned about that crack, but maybe it was just the plastic, working its way out. I don't think there was any damage done, but that is saved for another day. Nothing at the upper thigh. I thought because there was a sort of cut, like right there, you can see that there might be an upper thigh swivel, but there is not. Double jointed with the pins at the knees there. Again, ball joint down there. I think on bigger figures, it's really starting to get to a point where it's almost hidden, but with her having like smaller wrists and smaller ankles, it definitely stands out. And then there is your toe articulation there, which is definitely pretty stiff on mine. There you go. Get it to work there. So, not too bad. A little bit of chewing and chipping in there just from that movement. And I did see a nice gash on the thigh there. Almost like a scar, not really a gash, but certainly take a look at that right there. All right. Skirt material looks pretty good. Nice and flexible there, so you can definitely get her to move into flying positions. Shouldn't be any issue. Of course, the cape being cloth is going to give you all kinds of range on that. This is a pretty basic figure. It sucks that it's an exclusive and it's locked behind there and it is not completely accurate. But hey, that's my piece on that. I bought the figure right, so I can only complain so much. Not a total loss. I am happy to finally get a Supergirl into the collection, so that is the good part there. All right, folks, so there you have it. There is your Supergirl under the DC Rebirth banner from McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, an okay figure at best. Under a gold label, is exclusive to Target, so you are going to be limited as far as finding it if you're looking for it. My guess is probably there'll be a variant somewhere next year or something where it's more like what I'm looking for, maybe some slight improvements, and then that'll kind of quell the discontent there I had at the beginning. But this is the Supergirl in the line for now. This is the only Supergirl that I'm going to purchase. There's older ones that they look okay, so I wasn't really ever excited about grabbing one of those, but it was definitely a hole in the collection, so a figure I did want to add, a character that I wanted to add to the collection. So I'm very much about mid-level on this figure. Definitely would have liked to see it a little bit different, a little bit better, but all told, an okay figure overall. I'd like to hear what you think about it, if it's something that you're looking for in your collection, whether you are or not, how you feel about it. Definitely like to hear. But appreciate you dropping in, watching the video, hanging out, listening to the rant. Typically I try to keep it pretty even keel, not really give a ton of opinion on the figure, just really kind of show you the figure. But this one, it just definitely did not hit the mark for me, but it is the version available at the moment, so it'll go in the collection. She'll be fine. She'll look good, I'm sure. And in a week from now, I'll totally forget all the gripes, right? So, again, appreciate you for dropping in. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to check out Instagram or whatnot. And, of course, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe below. And until next time, take it easy.
I'm being erased, I'm being replaced. Counterculture's in your face. Trying to pretend that you want it to end. I'd rather be a drinking with my friends. When we go out, you never see us again.